Okay, that's good. And what are the surprises, or what do you think make the process uncomfortable? Sometimes there are some rules. I understand that if they say that the visa is 3 years, it's not necessary to be 3 years. It's upon that time frame. How does it work, and what are the more uncomfortable things that could happen in the process?
Okay, so one of them is that not just because you have the whole documentation and listed as a requirement for a visa, it means that you will be granted for that visa. It does not mean directly that you will have approved that visa and that's it. No. So that's one of them. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs makes decisions at their discretion. So it does not mean that you have some sort of right with them. It does. It does not. Or the second one is the period of time that they grant a visa. Because the misconception is, for example, the migrant visas for up to 3 years. So they can give you 3 years or less than that. And if you don't get the 3 years, it does not mean that there is something wrong with the paperwork or on any type of work between it. It's just that it was their discretion to decide it that way.
Okay. Okay, that's good. Well, as bunch of you already know, I'm a real estate agent in Medellin. So, and from my perspective, that's the most common way to get the permanent residency permit here in Colombia is buying real estate. But it doesn't mean that if you buy real estate, you have to get the visa or the cedula. You can buy your property with a passport and just hold it that way as much as you want, and you can use it later on if you want to get your permanent permit, even if you have done the paperwork. But the most important thing is bringing the funds. It's another part of the process, right? How does it work, and how you can do it from the very beginning in the right way, bringing the funds into the country?
Yeah, well, as we spoke on the last video, it is a requirement for every single foreign investor to register the funds, the foreign funds, and legalize them in Colombia. So that's a must if you want to invest in Colombia, either if you want a visa or not. That's a must. One of the requirements that if the migrant or the residency visa requires is the certificate from central bank of the foreign investment. So that has to be done before the signing of the deed of the property, because it has to be legalized the funds before transfer, making any transfer for the concept of the purchase of the property.
Okay. And what is the tax implication if a foreigner have or get the permanent resident? Do they have to file tax in Colombia, or how does it work?
Well, first of all, I'm not a tax expert. That's not one of my specialties, but we do count with a team of accountants that take care of the whole tax implications. What I must say is that once you are a resident in Colombia, meaning that you are staying longer than 180 days in Colombia, you are suitable to file taxes. But there's tons of variables there that the foreigner has to comply in order to be obligated to file taxes. I mean, it depends on the amount of income that the foreigner has in Colombia, on the amount of the title of the property. So it depends on a lot of things. And again, I'm not a tax expert, but in that case, it's best to like have the personalized consultation with an expert in taxes.
Okay, so as a conclusion, we can say that not just because you are getting the cedula, you are a tax resident. There are another bunch of variables that you have to fit in before paying taxes in Colombia. So
yeah,
it's something that we can talk later on. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because you even kind of acquire property, but does not necessarily mean that you're renting or that you have an income from it. So yeah, there's tons of options that the foreigner has regarding taxes. So in that specific topic, it is important that you have a good assistance in that area that somehow instruct you how to proceed or how not to proceed with something.
Okay, Laura, I know many people may have a bunch of more questions, so feel free to contact Sam and Tasha. They will put us in contact too and send us an email. Our phones are always on to answer your questions. Laura, thank you. Thank you so much for being able and willing to do this. And I hope we can do more videos like this in the future. Thank you so much.
Of course, happy to help.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you for inviting me. Bye.
Bye.